Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper wow, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies. 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Oh, thank you, little lads. You're delicious and not bright. Hold on a minute, my delicious little babies. Here we go. Here we go again. Nice. Still nothing. Come on, my babes. There we are, my little babies. Stay on for Mama Bear. Stay on. That's it, please and thank you. Okay, my delicious little babies, now then. Oh, you're all juicy and bright, my little lads. Okay, now then, my delicious little babies, so there's a tiny bit of wind, but there's no rain, okay? It is rather chilly. Of course, the nights now, in our neck of the woods in the Yorkshire, okay, it may differ in other parts, but it is getting, a lot chillier. Okay, my delicious little babies, like when you go like this, and you can see your own breath. Okay, my delicious little babies, whereas others are trying to take our breath. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, let's get into this now. So, right, so what have we got for you today? So, this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay? So, it's a search engine of your choice. You just need to scroll down, you just need to type in BitChute, my delicious little babies, search engine of your choice, and then you scroll down, news and politics, and bang, you're on there. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, okay. Now, this uploader, I've mentioned many times before, with anybody, my delicious little babies, not in that way, okay. And this is uploaders called Understanding the Lies, my delicious little babies. Understanding the Lies, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. This uploader is now up to 6,286 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay. So I'll just repeat again, 6286, okay. Now the video should read, Tucker in America, Tucker Carlson fights back against New World Order, NWO, collapse of, what they've named us, humanity in latest speech. My delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Tucker Carlson fights back against NWO, collapse of, humanity in latest speech. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so yes, so we're going to tick you off understanding the lies, yes. So they're covering, a number of things, and it's Alex Jones, God bless them all, over in the old, over the pond in the old USA, God bless him. And of course, they still keep full steam ahead. Do you understand what I mean? Just to get the messages out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. But yes, it's not very long, my delicious little babies. I think it's about 30 minutes long, okay? So it's not a long video at all, okay? But, it's talking about your freedom. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because in each and every one of our countries, we should be able to have full freedom, okay, my delicious little babies? Not have all of these things now happening. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, but as we can see from all of these current events, do you understand what I mean? That it's one thing after another, okay? And of course, for those delicious little babies who do not know, because there are going to be many delicious little babies who do know about this, who are fully aware of this, is that what this is about, it's all about dividing, okay? So, and usually the ones who are behind it, okay, are the ones like George Soros, like his, what did I see this morning? I never wrote it down. Who's the funding? Hamas, is it? Anyway, I never wrote it down, so please don't quote me, my delicious little babies. But anyway, George Soros is responsible for a lot of, there we are, these nasty things, okay? Especially back in 2020 in older America. Okay, Mardlish babies, and there was an awful lot of putridness and harm and destruction and everything. You name it, there we are. It was over there. Okay, Mardlish babies, which of course none of that should be happening. Okay, because if you look at the Americans, okay, you know, all they want to do, just the same as any other country, like the UK, like anywhere. Okay. All we want to do is live in peace, love and harmony. But when you've got putrid governments, and I'm going to go back to this again, when you have putrid governments, okay, who appear to be in charge of things, okay, which, to be perfectly honest with you, Mardlish babies, I very much doubt that each and every one of those little plebs, okay, could even boil an egg. Do you understand what I mean, Mardlish babies? Oh yeah, that reminds me, Mardlish babies, I actually seen a video. I flipping never wrote it down, did I? I sent it out, but I never flipping wrote it down. I need to write it down to let you know. What's happening in old China, Mardlish babies. So please, sorry, let me just go back to this for a moment, please. It's only a short video, okay? But there we are, very informative. Okay, Mardlish babies. Now then, now, the other thing I want to say, there is a part to that at the end of the video, towards the end, Mardlish babies. Now, I have seen this, okay, on another video, okay, on BitChute, where this man, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, simply because of the colour of his skin, got run over. Okay, Mardlish babies. So if you do not want to watch that part, because it is very sad, and the dear gentleman, God bless him, very sadly did pass away. Okay, Mardlish babies, okay? It's awfully sad, just because of the colour of somebody's skin, okay? Mardlish babies. Now, so if you do not want to watch that part, please, could you skip it? Okay, Mardlish babies, so I'm just letting you know in advance, okay? And who happened to do it, thought it was most amusing. Okay, Mardlish babies, okay? But this appears to be the state of affairs. Anyway, it's been building and building. There we are for decades. Okay, Mardlish, there we are. Mardlish babies, okay? All these things been building, okay? So it's extremely sad. It's sad for anybody because of what colour their skin is. Okay, Mardlish babies, it should not be because of the colour of somebody's skin. But of course, we all know who's driving it, okay? Pay the little lackeys, like the likes of George Soros, okay? Mardlish babies, to cause, there we are, this destruction and to fund things, okay? Mardlish babies, okay? He's funded many things, actually. Okay, Mardlish babies, so, yes. And he seems to have his fingers in all the pies. I said that months ago, okay? You only have to go on to DuckDuckGo and just to see how many businesses that man has. One of them is, what is it, Bed Bath and Linen as well, being one of them. Okay, anyway, he's got, well, the last time I looked, which was a few years ago, he had George Soros, that putrid little critter, okay, had 250 businesses that he had his fingers in the pies with. Do you see what I mean, Mardlish babies, okay? Because they're driven by ka-ching, okay? They do not seem to show any emotion, okay? So they're not like you and I, okay, where we have, there we are, a heart, okay, or we care about others, there we are, we listen to others, we would give somebody something to eat or drink, we would help somebody, there we are, in their time of need. No, we're dealing with putrid critters and creatures, little creatures, okay, that are certainly not on our globally song sheet. Okay, Mardlish little babies. Well, I always say, okay, and it's a figure of speech, and I'd say it's about anybody who lives on this earth in a putrid and wicked and evil and cruel and vicious way. Okay, Mardlish babies, that everybody, there we are, meets the maker, don't they? Mardlish babies. Now, considering that George Soros has had, he's had some heart attacks. okay, marvelous little babies. Well, you would have thought that for all the nastiness that he inflicts, that he would think or even consider repenting. But no, you're dealing with a different type of, species. Okay, marvelous little babies. But this is where others, and this is what I keep saying, ones have to get back to being where everybody, works together, okay? It does not matter. I'm not being wicked or cruel. It does not matter what colour or creed. We've all got the same colour blood running, through our veins. Okay, my delicious little babies, we all get up in the morning. I've said this before time and time again. We all get up in the morning. Does not matter whether you're super duper rich, mediocre or poor. Makes no difference. So I do not mean that nastily. I'm not here to hurt or offend or upset anybody. But everybody gets up in the morning. God bless for those who can get up in the morning. Okay, my little babies, and for those who can walk and talk. Do you understand what I mean? And who can use their hands and legs. God bless them. Okay. And we have our hearts, and we have to feel so sorry for those who very sadly cannot, and they need extra help. Okay, so ones must always spare a thought for somebody else. Okay, that's just my feelings on it. That's my view. I'm a woman with a view. I'm going to have my effing view. Okay, but to me, you get up in the morning, whether you have tea, coffee, drinking chocolate, juice, water, whatever you do, you go to the toilet. Okay, all do the same thing now. Brush your teeth, okay, have a shower or a bath, okay, go for a walk or go to work, or do you understand what I mean? So nobody is different to anybody else. It's just that we see there appears to be a certain, let's just say, who seem to think that they're in a much higher class than you and I, my delicious little babies, but they're not actually. What they're actually in is a square. Okay, they seem to have many squares. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, they've got all the luxuries around them, from all the warmongering, from all of the poisoning us, doing all these things now, okay, globally. But one must really ask themselves a question. So we go back to this circle, circle, circle. The question is, are they really happy with the wickedness that they put on the world? Okay, my delicious little babies? So whilst they keep themselves very occupied with doing other things now, yes, and on the stock market, trading everything, okay, from our birth certificates, which I've known for years, I've known all of this, for years, okay, my little babies. The fact of the matter is, to apps, to all these things, my delicious little babies. Me personally, I do not have any, believe it or not, my delicious little babies, I have YouTube, yes, okay. Sorry, excuse me, but I do not have any apps. Okay, my delicious little babies, because of course, as we very well know, for those of us who do know, it's all about, your data and all these different things, do you see? But of course, these putrid, have been making ka-ching for many decades out of us. Do you see what I mean? They do not class us as man and woman, okay? They class us as being, the lowest of the low, you see, okay? But like I said, at the end of the day, and I said this back months ago, what has happened in their lives, to make them so wicked, cruel, putrid and evil? That's simply the question I'm asking. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Because for the majority, you would not get up in the morning and think, okay, right, I feel that I'm going to cause a war today, or I feel that, let's just do some... do you know what I mean? Just to depopulate. Do you understand what I mean, my little babies? And, we could talk about, God bless the beautiful dear little souls. Sorry, so I'm stumbling over the decades in poor Africa. Okay, my little babies, where, they were starving, hungry. Nobody should have to be starving and hungry, not man, woman, little babies, little bairns, teenagers, adults, or little and large animals, creatures great and small, little and large birdies. Nobody or nothing should ever go hungry, my delicious little babies. But of course, these seem to sit there, feed the fat birth races, okay, at all of our expenses. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And not to mention, that's just coming to my noddle, not to mention the Ivory with the poor, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, the poor dear little elephants, all those decades ago, what they were doing, and they were killing the poor little elephants for their tusks. Just like the gorillas, the poor beautiful little elephants, beautiful little gorillas, and the gorillas with the hands and everything. How wicked and putrid. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes, these have got no skin on the birth races. And the thing is, because more and more, God bless, that's all we can say, God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless, that more and more, there we are waking up to this. But there still appears to be a slight problem, well, more than a slight problem actually, to do with the colour issue, okay? And again, what this comes down to, yes, okay, some because they're funded, okay, so it's all about the ka-ching, the dollar signs, okay, my delicious babies, pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change, excuse me, pardon me. So you see, they're prepared, there we are, to sell us all. So that's what we've been seeing. Do you see what I mean? There we are, long time. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, others, because, and we get back to this again, because so many, and we have to say, God bless, we have to, because they have not done any research, they haven't wanted to research, so they've watched the box in the corner of the room, there we are, giving them all information, okay? And then they take it upon themselves now to go out, start, there we are, rioting and doing all these things. When really, if there was just to sit back, I keep saying this, there we are, for each and every, you know, I'm not talking about everyone, my little babies, but for the ones who, there we are, feel the need to cause, there we are, destruction. But again, we have to get back to this. What is going on in each and every one of, there we are, their lives? There we are, for them to feel that way. And we must also remember that over the decades, that books have been changed, wordings, there we are, have been changed. Do you see? So this is where ones have to dig, there we are, far deeper. Not just on the surface. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, that's what I'm getting across to you. Well, I am getting it across. So getting back to this now, to do with, I just thought I'd mention it, to do with old China. Yes, I watched a video, when was it? Was it a couple of days ago? Or a day ago, could be like that. And who was it with now? I've flipping advertised them a couple of times before, months ago. They've got 1 point something, is it 1.5 million on YouTube? What are the flipping called? I can see it, but I cannot flipping. Anyway, I need to, you know, with the video, okay, my delicious babies, I need to do it, but I cannot do it right now. I'm doing my video, okay? But what they're doing is, there's in China, okay, like say if you've got fish, if it's pink and red, well, then it's it's in date, it's fresh. Okay, my delicious little babies, which of course, you know, the same with chicken and that, but if it starts to go grey, well, that's a completely, there we are, different story. Now, as we all know, you know, who's eaten meat, handled meat, and all these things now, yes, and usually you can smell, there's a smell that comes off, do you know what I mean? Anybody who does a lot of cooking or anything like that, okay, over the decades would know these things, okay? You only have to smell, okay? Imagine babies, imagine a monkey, okay? You know, you've seen the monkeys over the decades, you know what I mean? And what they do, before they eat something, they go, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I'm not saying that we're monkeys, I'm just saying that our natural instinct, okay, like if you open something and there's a smell, you have a waft of something, well, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense would be telling us, okay? So I'm not saying this to patronise or anything. No, I'm not, okay? well, that would be telling us that we're not liking, that there is something wrong with that meat or a particular product. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? So therefore, it is not edible, is it? Excuse me, Mad Delicious Babies. So, what China's been caught doing, Mad Delicious Babies, is what they're doing is when like the fish is caught and all these things now, yes, is that they're putting a red dye. Okay, you can actually see them as well because they're sort of wafting it around with their hands and everything, you know, in these plastic containers. Okay, and then you can see where somebody else then is injecting with a red dye chicken and everything like that, so that in the markets, there we are, it looks as though the meat is super duper fresh. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. Now, I'm pretty sure that I mentioned something like this because even with our supermarkets in the old UK, okay, so many of you would have probably noticed, well, I certainly have, especially over the decades, okay, that the meat is, there we are, looking redder and redder. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. It's like it's right in your flipping birth trace. Do you see what I mean? So this would tell me, Mad Delicious Babies, there we are, that these in the old UK have been doing this certain for a long time. There we are. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? You see, you don't trust anything. Do you see? Mad Delicious Babies, but I will find that video again and then I'll write it down and then, you know, for you to go on it. But this upload has definitely got what I think it's 1.5 million. I've advertised them a couple of times before. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. But I mean, how, if you look at it, how deceiving is that, Mad Delicious Babies? So I mean, you imagine somebody in China, God bless, okay, and they'd go thinking, oh yes, you know, that's a nice juicy chicken or that's a nice juicy piece of fish. Then to get it home and then probably end up with food poisoning. There we are. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? Okay, so because there's got to be, there's got to be, you know, with that dye, there must be a certain chemical in it which stops a particular smell. There's got to be. To me, I would have thought that was common sense, but they do not mention that on the video, Mad Delicious Babies. But me personally, I would have thought that was common sense. Do you see? Mad Delicious Babies, okay? And of course, you know, you have the putrid. And this has been going on in the UK as well, Mad Delicious Babies, okay? With the lab grown from a human cell, well, you know, to make meat and stuff. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? It's absolutely flipping crazy. The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. Oh, so now it's sun shining. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? It needs to make its flipping mind up what it's doing anyway. That's the old UK for you. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. So just thought I'd let you know, but I will find that video. When I'm finished, actually, I'll find it. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. Now then, the next one, okay, is, this is on YouTube. So the final two are on YouTube, Mad Delicious Babies. Now, this uploader happens to have 188,000 subscribers. Mad Delicious Babies, 188,000 subscribers. This uploader is called Black Culture Diary. Black Culture Diary on old YouTube. Mad Delicious Babies. Now, the video should read, okay, this is a very fascinating video, very fascinating, okay, because I, you know, follow certain things, okay, but like I said, I'm trying my best to keep up, there we are, with as many things as possible. Just like, you know, you only have to type in, I do not know the exact word in Mad Delicious Babies because I never wrote it down, but, you know, 15 African, you know, presidents and everything who have been assassinated over the years. Okay, Mad Delicious Babies. Okay, so there we are. So we can see what's gone on here. Okay, poor Africa, God bless them. They've had a very hard time over these decades. Okay, and it has not helped where they've had, you know, because you've had your leaders. There we are, who've wanted change to do something about, you know, the awfulness going on to do in their Africa. Yes. And then, of course, you know, God bless them, they get assassinated, you know, taken out, gotten rid of, say I'm stumbling again, gotten rid of, say. And then, of course, You've got other ones who are quite happy to take the ka-ching just for there we are, a cosy and luxury laugh. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? See, what's the colour of money? Do you say that song, my delicious little babies? You only have to look at the lyrics to that song on YouTube. What's the colour of money? Okay, my delicious little babies. Now this video, going back to this, should read 10 African nations restrict raw material exports to Europe. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'll just repeat that again, shall I? 10 African nations restrict raw material exports to Europe. My delicious little babies. Well, here's what I've got to say, my delicious little babies, okay? I was listening to this video this morning before I jumped in my juicy little shower because I needed to charge up my old dog and burn so I could do my video to you, my delicious little babies. Well, to me, there we are, this is about time. Because you see, in part of the video, there's also talking about, like where, like Africa, where they'd be selling materials to, one of them was Italy, another one was France, and all these things. Now there's another one as well, I can't remember what that one was. And so what was happening is that, so they were selling them in Africa, God bless their beautiful dear little souls, okay, to these countries, okay, and these countries were charging a lot higher prices, my delicious little babies, do you see? But of course, throughout all of this, and especially over the decades, well, who suffered? The poor dear Africans, God bless them, there we are, have suffered because of this. Okay, so they've had to, remain poor, okay, so that the West, can have all of these luxuries. We go back to it again, my delicious little babies, but a really interesting video. It's just over 17 minutes long, my delicious little babies, so it's not long at all for you to listen to, okay, my delicious little babies, but well worth a listen. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, yes, I mean, I've known things, over the years, do you see what I mean? But, it breaks my heart because no country should have to suffer. Just like our country, the UK, do you understand what I mean? Yes, and there were demolition with the coal, those round things, I forgot what they're flipping called now. Anyway, you know what I mean. My delicious little babies, okay? And getting rid of things, okay? And then stopping the miners with the coal and doing all these things now, yes, okay? So, to me, none of our putrid governments have done flipping F all for us. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies? But of course, when elections are coming up, oh, that's a different story then, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Because they start coming out with, nicey-picey, lovey-dovey, sweetie-weetie. Do you know what I mean? To get ones to vote for them. And of course, cycle starts all over again. Because we get back to it again. Others, God bless them. I'm not talking about the delicious babies who do know. I'm talking about the delicious little babies who do not know. They fail, there we are, to research. Even if they know something's wrong, they should say, this is wrong. I'm not liking the way the government is operating. I'm not going to vote, and I'm going to go and do my research. That would be ding, ding, dong, dong. There we are, the common sense thing to do. But yet we're still seeing on comments, I keep mentioning this, and I'm going to continue to mention it because this is the sheer stupidity. I do not like that word, my delicious babies, but this is, there we are, I'll repeat again, the sheer stupidity of it all. Do you see? It's like, okay, not in literal terms, my delicious babies, you give us one slap in the buttress with everything what you've done to us. Oh, come on, please, sir, just like the film Oliver, please can I have some more? Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? What is wrong with these? I do not like that word, people, sheeple, but sometimes we have to use it. What is wrong with these people then? What is wrong with them? See? This is what's going on, my delicious babies. So I'm not being nasty with anything that I'm saying, and if the truth be known, for the ones who would even say, oh, well, I'm going to disagree. Well, really, there's no way they could disagree with what I've just said. No way at all. Because this, of course, and we've all fell for it in our decades, my delicious little babies, has got us into this, there we are, this figure of speech, this effing black hole that we're flipping in, that there we are, we must get ourselves out of, and there we are, we will get ourselves out of. But let me say I'm stumbling again, but there's going to be a severe price, there we are, for this. And what is the price? My delicious little babies, wars, riots, different things, my delicious little babies. Very sadly, there we are, that is the price. So to me, this is, there we are, right now, survival. There we are, this is no exaggeration, my delicious little babies, this is survival. Do you see? So, but like I said, there are more and more who are waking up. God bless the beautiful, dear little souls. And I know it's a journey, I do know. Years and years ago, there we are, it was a journey for myself. Do you know what I mean? And the more and more that you blooming well find out, the more and more you just think, flip me. You know, myself, Carla, what a flipping idiot you've been. Do you understand what I mean? But it's like I knew, there we are, over the decades that things were not right, but I could not put my finger on things. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little baby? So then I thought, right, there we are. I thought, right, I'm going to start looking at different things. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. But of course, as we very well know, they put all the distractions in front of us. You know, it could be anything, could be ka-ching, could be material, could be anything, could be jewellery, could be anything. My delicious little babies, could be films, could be anything, you know, anything to keep us, there we are, distracted from the putridness, what they've been doing to us. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. This is why I keep saying, you know, more and more, I've got to start, God bless them, paying attention. I keep saying it. I'm not saying it to you, delicious little babies, who are paying attention, okay? I'm talking about, we have to say the delicious little babies who are not paying attention. You know, I understand that, you know, I'm going to go back to this again, that they have busy lives. You know, there could be all sorts of different things going on, but that is no excuse for not wanting to gain more, there we are, knowledge. My delicious little babies, okay? So the final one, yes, this is another very interesting video. Now this gentleman, okay, my delicious little baby, who's actually on the video. In fact, I'll tell you that in a moment, my delicious little babies. And anyway, I'm not shouting at anybody. It's just I'm very passionate about what I talk about, okay, my delicious little babies. I just get frustrated sometimes. Some days, my delicious little babies. Well, actually, flipping every day. Doesn't matter. I still find time to, a smile a day keeps the doctor away, okay? So this uploader on old YouTube, my delicious little babies, is called Inner Vision. Inner Vision. Okay, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 528,000 subscribers. My delicious little babies. 5 to 8,000 subscribers on old YouTube. The video should read, Edward Snowden cries, watch these 17 minutes if you want the truth. They are harding. Okay, my delicious baby, so I'm just going to repeat that again, shall I? Edward Snowden cries, watch these 17 minutes if you want the truth. They are harding. Okay, my delicious babies, yes, okay. Actually, looking at this now, I think I'm mistaken. I do apologise, my delicious babies. This one here is the 17 minutes. The one above that I was just talking about, the 10 African nations, okay? That one I think is slightly longer. I think it could be about 20 minutes, okay, my delicious babies, okay? Now, this one here is very interesting. Now, Edward Snowden, I mean, I haven't looked recently, to be honest with you, my delicious babies, so I'm just being honest there, okay? But he actually managed to flee to Russia, my delicious babies, whereas our lovely, not in that way, our lovely dear Julian Assange is still somewhere else. Okay, my delicious babies, very sadly, he was not so lucky. Okay, my delicious babies, and really, he should be, and he must be released. Okay, my delicious babies, just like our lovely, not in that way, our lovely little Gonzalo Lira. okay, Martin Little Babies, because he too. And of course, you know, all of these three gentlemen, God bless them, is all to do with telling the truth. Martin Little Babies, that's all it is. I mean, they haven't gone out and harmed anybody. What this is about is them, there we are, telling the truth. Do you say, Martin Little Babies, what is this effing world come to? Do you say, just for telling the truth? Okay? So, excuse me, this video with Edward Snowden. Now, what he talks about in this video, it's not very long, Martin Little Babies. What he talks about is, you know, like when you're playing on these computer games, Martin Little Babies. Me personally, I'm just not into anything like that. Okay, Martin Little Babies. It certainly just does not float my boat. Okay, Martin Little Babies. And I've also seen over the decades how ones can get really engrossed in these games, okay, especially like war games and things like that, okay. So Edward Snowden is talking about these things, my delicious little babies, okay, and he's talking about apps and he's talking about different things now, yes, okay. But that again is a very interesting video to listen to, my delicious little babies, okay. So 3 very interesting videos for you to listen to, a little bit of time out of your day on that. But yes, you know, if we was to have, so I'm just going to close my book, so if we was to have more of the not being fed, okay, well, I mean, they can try and feed us. I mean, they've been doing a pretty good job, you know, with some, you know what I mean, because they've just got turtle hatred in their hearts, you know, for their other fellow, see, I'm stumbling again, for their other fellow man and woman. That's, I've got to be honest with you, my delicious babies, there we are, it's just disgusting to hear and see. Because it should never be like that, ever. Should never, ever be like that. Do you see? And for myself, I prefer to keep myself around, okay? Loving, caring, do you understand what I mean? Pleasant, man and woman. You know, not ones who just want to incite violence and show wickedness towards others, whether they be man and woman. You know, very sadly, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, everybody, little babies, little bairns, little teenagers, little animals, creatures, great and small, little and large birdies. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Yes. But it seems that this world, and for what they've done, okay, and of course, you know, we've got all the mental health issues. Do you know what I mean? I mean, mental health, God bless, I'm sorry to have to say these words, but it's true, is flipping going sky high. Do you see? And this is because, you know, delicious little babies out there, they do not know whether they're in the park of the pictures. They do not know how to, you know, to cope with their lives. Do you see? See, stumbling again. And finally, sorry, my little babies, I've seen on YouTube, my little babies, okay, not in that way, not in that way. Maya Tusis, he put out one last video yesterday evening. Was it Islamists in Russia, went to the Russian airport and looking for the Jews. My delicious little babies. See, to me, my delicious little babies, okay, like where I used to work decades ago, okay, and when I used to be done doing all my work, you know, which was all the admin and all different things, you know, and sorting stones and doing all different things now, yes, okay, and doing all my invoices and everything. Sometimes I'd go down into the shop, and then sometimes you'd have, from London, you'd have the Jewish gentlemen, okay, which of course, you know, they were coming to buy jewellery, okay. Now, they was not very talkative, I must be honest, they were not very talkative, but the one thing that I can honestly say, there we are, is that they were very pleasant, okay, and at that time, there was also another Jewish, you know, who I knew where I worked, okay, super duper pleasant. Do you see what I mean, my little babies, okay? And, you know, well, in fact, I mean, I'm going back decades. I was even asked out there. I was asked out to go for a drink, you know, with a dear Jewish gentleman, okay, because they had a jewelry shop and everything, okay. And but of course, you know, well, at that time, Mads Lichtlich babies, I was already spoken for. Do you understand what I mean? Mads Lichtlich babies. But it was very pleasant of him to ask me. Do you understand what I mean? You know, because he did not know, do you see? But not in that way, like I said, okay, but a lovely gentleman. You know, his family were lovely, they were Jewish. So you see, you have to see what's going on, and like in London at the moment, okay? I mean, the way that, to me, the way that they're treating the Jewish, it's just all wrong. You see, just like God bless the Palestinians. Do you see what I mean, Mads Lichtlich babies? Because I mean, we're seeing absolutely flipping thousands upon thousands upon thousands, and this is in all different countries, in the UK and all different countries, Mads Lichtlich babies, all to do with Palestine, which of course, you know, as we very well know, goes back, yes. But to me, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. I mean, I understand, you know, from what I'm following, I understand why. I mean, nobody on this earth, like, you know, we rewind to what I said earlier, nobody should go hungry. Nobody should not have anything to eat or drink or anything. Nobody should be treated that way. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Okay, so I can see, but I look at all different angles. I can see what the protests there we are about. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Okay, it's like when we get up in the morning, God bless, okay? Although, you know, we do have a lot, you know, in all different countries who are suffering, you know, who do not have a roof over their head, or a decent to go and get a wash or a shower or a bath, and do you know what I mean, or have a job or have anything. Do you understand what I mean, Mads Lichtlich babies? I mean, this is like globally where it's happening, do you see? But to me, you know, like when I look at myself, I feel truly blessed that I can wake up, there we are, in the morning, you know, I can make myself a cup of coffee, you know, a tea if I feel like it, you know, and I can, you know, have a shower, get ready, go out, you know. It's all of those things without the fear of being bombed. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. But very sadly, in other countries, they do not have that. How sad is that? My delicious little babies, they do not have, you know, I mean, is luxury the right word? Well, I suppose it is, isn't it, really, my delicious babies? I mean, it should not be a luxury just to want to live and breathe. That should not be a luxury. It's our God-given right to be here, each and every one of us, you know, and not be treated in this awful way. My delicious babies, but I mean, all the wars, everything, it's just disgraceful. It's just disgusting, and that's where I just wish that, I mean, I am pleased actually, because I'm hearing now more and more my delicious little babies, okay, and I mentioned it the other day as well, but I've been hearing more since, that they're not wanting to go into the army. Do you see, my delicious little babies, okay? So there we are, so something is, there we are, happening, do you know what I mean, which I feel is positive, because without the soldiers, well, where can these go with this? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, forgot about that. Ding, ding, dong, dong. Oh, yeah, they used the coming over on the boats, didn't they? My delicious little babies, you see? It's like they always have to have a reserve. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, so that's the end of my video. So crunch, crunch. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And if you like myself, a moan a day keeps the doctor away. And please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency. Okay, my delicious babies. And yes, you know, I mean, I just cannot stand the violence, and I cannot stand when one colour is set against another. That is totally No, that's a no for me. Do you understand what I mean? My delicious little babies, none of this should be happening. Because in reality, you know, if we're united in each of our countries, okay, we could all live together. There we are, so beautifully. You see? But that's what I keep saying. We have to boot out every single government, okay, on this planet. Okay? That's the only way, there we are, change can be made. Okay, my delicious babies. And that does not mean that other parties, this is just my personal view, my delicious babies. I'm entitled to my view. I'll have my effing view. Right, that does not mean that other parties can come in like wolf in sheep's clothing, saying that they're going to do this, right? And then it's a circle, and then they're paid by, ka-ching, we know who. Do you see what I mean? You have to always be on, there we are, on your guard. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? There we are, because I am, okay? And I'm clocking as much as what I can. So on that note, yeah, just continue to lift the vibration, my delicious babies, because we are in a bonkers, crackers and crazy world right now, okay? And there's always something new each and every day, okay? And it's just so sad. It just does not have to be this way. And, you know, please give a listening ear, because it's always very welcome. Please take care of yourselves, and please try to take care of others, okay? Please sending you bright blessings, peace, love and harmony in each and every one of your lives, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And, you know, give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends, or to some work colleagues, and please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy, and super duper delish, and that you love them so. Okay, my delicious little babies, and also for each and every one of you and your beautiful little selves, your beautiful little families, sending you full protection forever and always. Okay, so until my next video, thank you so very much for listening. If you do get the chance to even cross my channel. Okay, so until my next video, much love, God bless, take care. Thank you, goodbye.